human body, the physical whole which is perfectly designed by our Creator. It is well-structured machine of every creature. He formed it out of the dust of the ground. This can be confirmed by a fact that most of the elements of which body mostly consist can be also found in Earth's crust. Also, it is a relatively important fact that the word Adam translated from Hebrew to English means red. Also, the word Adam, which can be etymologically connected with Adam, occurs in some ancient Genesis writings which can be translated as ground of earth, but also red clay. Clay is, and was particularly at the time of writing the Genesis, one of the most abundant types of soil in the Middle East, especially in the area of Mesopotamia. However, when it comes to the word red, its meaning can be explained through the concept of human race. In many ancient paintings and drawings, such as hieroglyphics, it can be seen that people's skin color, back then at that part of the world, was red. Therefore, it can be concluded that the ancient people, that is, the entire world at that time, truly had a certain part of Adam's genes in them. Of course, the factor of the flood and the genetics of Noah and his sons, but also their wives, should be considered, but more on that in the next video because that is not the main topic of this video. Usually, body is seen as singularly independent unit that belongs to its dweller, but in this passage it's not seen as a unit, but part of a unity. It is wrong to think that by this body, in which we dwell and which is part of us, is sort of his marionette, because it's not. Looking from Paul's writing context, he was accosting the Corinth church and telling them about their behavior, people who are constantly committing sins and sexual immorality. In the following statement of this verse and upcoming answer in the next line, the fact which is addressed in Genesis 2:24 and Ephesians 5:31-32 is repeated to establish the connection with the biblical narrative. The being one with phrase represents confirmed and established relationship and connection. With this expression, Paul wants to address that you shouldn't use your body for immoral and sinful acts, but rather to use it as an appliance to serve Christ. Many people have been and are mistaken about their body ownership. It is common assumption that body in which we dwell and are present is ours. Although it seems very logical from our human perspective, the Bible tells us differently. Everybody thinks of their body as something that is in his ownership. But every body is God's body. He gave you the body so that you could take care of it and worship God not just in it, but also with and through it. It was given to you as a gift with which you have to follow the law, but not only the moral law which is the most popular, but also the law which God set for you to glorify Him in the body. From the moment you were created, God has given you a responsibility. That responsibility is taking care of your body, because it's not yours but the God's temple through which you can achieve a contact with Him, and that will improve the quality of your relationship with God. Temple of the Holy Spirit. Paul intentionally put these words to form this sentence. Word temple alludes body's role, and that is to receive God and be His dwelling place. It is not used to typify our body as some building which is almost worthless, but rather to indirectly instruct on how the body must tended. Every guard of the temple, palace, museum, house, or any other institution who resides in it needs to keep it clean, stable, functionable, and aesthetically attractive to get some kind of expected reward. But this doesn't mean it's his, because it can be given to him as his residence of which he needs to take care of. The results for which he was looking forward, and that are numerous of happy visitors, or preservation for the owner, or development for the proprietor. Altogether, in conclusion, body is not completely or fully ours, but it is inaccurate to think about this in negative sense. We should not be selfish and define body as ours, but rather than that, we must give thanks to the Almighty who gave us this worldly gift which is a fundamental and essential part of us. This video is the basis on which I presented an important topic of Christianity that is not given much attention, the temple of the Holy Spirit. This video is just a sketch of what I will cover in future videos or posts. If you claim something that you think should be brought up, feel free to write in a comment. I'll do my best to answer everyone. If you would like to learn more about the topic presented in this video, you don't have to go to the description below and subscribe, although I would encourage you to. Just read the Bible, pray, and back up your established relationship with God with actions.